Hi, Pat McGuire here. I'm going to give you a first post for the new Let's Talk Healthy Living. I call this Nutrition 101 Understanding the Basics. And the basics are basically there's two ways to look at nutrition. First, you can look at as far as the types of foods, which of course are fruits, vegetables, meat, grains, tubers, which are like potatoes, legumes, which are like beans, and dairy. The other way to look at it is as micronutrients, which would be carbohydrates, protein, and fat, along with micronutrients, which are vitamins and minerals. So that's the two ways that you can look at it. When we break it down, there are differences when you look at eating comparing plants and animals. So fruits, vegetables, tubers, grains, and legumes provide carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and especially vitamin C, which can essentially only be found in plants, antioxidants, which help our body take care of any stress and break down products from the food we eat, and as our body uses up the nutrition that goes through it. Fiber, which is going to be a talk of its own, minerals, and also these foods help create what's called an alkaline environment. And that's where your blood pH stays between 7.35 and 7.45. Under 7.35 is considered to be getting more acidic. And alkaline environments are better for the functioning of the body's enzymes and the body's organs. Now, animal food, so food from animals, it has protein, just like the other side. It has fats, but unfortunately, one of the fats is cholesterol, which we know is not necessarily that great for us. And there is no cholesterol in any plant based food. There are carbohydrates, but only from dairy. So anything that comes from milk will have some carbohydrates, but nothing else in animals have carbohydrates. And carbohydrates make up or should make up about 70 to 80% of what we eat because it's our primary food source. It's our primary energy source. Then we also have vitamins, and one that we find that is not in plants is called vitamin B12. But actually, the only way it's in animals is because they get it from bacteria in the ground of the plants they eat. Then they also have minerals. Now, when you eat animal food, you end up creating inside of you an acidic environment, and that unfortunately can support inflammation, lowered immunity to infections, and it can also cause cancer and cell growth. So these are very important to realize, and it's why we have to look at a balance of what we eat. Now, when we talk of types of diets, there are three groups. Basically, there's the carnivores, and they are essentially only a meat eater. Think of tigers and lions. They basically they ate meat. You think of cats, they basically eat meat. They don't do that well with a lot of grain. Even dogs don't do that well with a lot of grain. Omnivores can eat both plants and animals. And humans come into that category, although in a future post I'll explain why physiologically our system is closer to an herbivore than a carnivore. And then there are herbivores who are essentially only plant eaters. Now, those are cows, horses, chimpanzees, and a lot of humans, because you can have people who are vegan, and that can also have a philosophy with it. And so, some people, if they're going plant based just for the health reasons, they prefer to say they're whole food plant based eaters. And then there are the fruitarians who only eat fruits and nuts. Now, when you look at omnivores, the ones that can eat both types, we think about vegetarians. Now, there can be even more subtypes than what I'm showing you, but these are the most common. There's the lacto-vegetarian, which means that they will also consume dairy-based products, but not eggs or any meat. There are the ovo-vegetarians, who will also consume egg-based products, but no dairy and probably no meat. Then there's the lacto-ovo-vegetarians, who will have both dairy and eggs, but no meat. My husband likes to say he's a flexitarian because he's basically whole food plant-based most of the time, except for Wednesday night with the church supper. Pescatarians will eat fish but no chicken. Poultarians will eat chicken but no fish. So you find that there are a whole variety of people who will all have reasons why they've chosen the way they have. And what you're going to find is the people that stick much closer to a vegetable and plant-based diet are looking much more at health reasons, as I pointed out with some of the vitamins, minerals, and the type of inside environment that you have. And I would love to hear what you have to think about this and what you have to say about this. So please make a comment below. I'll talk to you soon.